That was amazing. I haven't felt my stomach not up in a long time. The piece that I'm going to do, I'm sure some of you here might be familiar with it, but it's a piece about my ex-wife. It's a piece talking about why she's my ex-wife, and the story actually reveals how I was led to Christ. And so, feel free to, laugh or anything like that. I'm totally over it. God has healed me from it, so feel free. It's called My Ex-Wife, the Cheater. My ex-wife was a cheater. My ex-wife was a cheater. She cheated on me even though I did all I could to bring a smile to her face, while she was out doing all she could to bring our family name a disgrace. I tried to make her stop. I would beg and I would plead. But she just looked in my face and say, "I'm sorry. It's another man that I need." So she would run the streets and sleep with the creeps and the late night misfits while I was left to weep. Are you even married to me or the red light district? She'd return to me when in need of real love and all of life's luxuries. But as soon as she got what she wanted from me, she'd return to her distorted fantasies. She was so different when we first met, so humble and appreciative of my love. How things change. When we met, that wretch had a fret like a wreck. Perplexed she was by the threats of life that were settling into that woman like ink to the skin. She would cringe at the negative words prescribed to her cerebellum, but I stepped in like a friend. No more like kin to the kin who tends to defend and sends those negative words and thoughts away and says, "Hey, baby, with me you will win." I took her in and I made my house our home. I made her my bride, and my love she was shown. I said, "Baby, with them you were dying, but don't you see, with me you will live." And I got her looking right. I mean, nails done, hair done, everything did. Yeah, I had her looking good. My wife, my queen, my bride. But this is not the movies. This is not the story of Pretty Woman, and she is so far from Julia Roberts. So let's return to the pus of distrust that brought about my disgust, because we need to discuss why I even started this fuss. I know what y'all are probably thinking right now. She cheated on him with some strangers or some guys he didn't know. But no. Actually, it was my own enemies who came to me and said, "I sleep with your..." fill in the blank. And I was like, "What? You would take the hand of another man, forgetting our wedding band?" So then, wrath and regret rose from the deck to my neck. As her disrespect began to incept, we had to disconnect. Sounds like something off that TV show Cheaters. But actually, while you're laughing, this isn't my story. This is the story of you and Jesus. Yes, the Bible says you and I are all Christ's bride. And when this honeymoon is over, his ring is given only to the faithful and not those who kind of tried. But no, it once was me on G-O-D. I creeped like TLC on repeat. I got in the sheets to have a menage of three with vanity and self-idolatry. We're only as plain as Jane, but we remain trying to detain and change the mind of God by our profound thoughts and ideologies. We make love to the world and our own desires for hours at a time. But as soon as things go bad, we want a quickie at the altar and say, "Touch me, God, heal me." Even though I only came to church to get mine. We take our flesh on public dates for all the world to see. But then we want to treat God on Sunday like that little quiet whore up the street. But my God is not some punk to be treated like a romantic wimp. And unfortunately, he will gargle and spit our chumps into a fire that's never quenched. But he is coming back for a beautiful, lovely, faithful bride, not unrepentant cheaters. So let's stop straddling the fence for God and fall in love with Jesus.